Here to lead things off for the Waves. He faces Jake Valenzuela. 3-2 count against him. The pitch. Outside ball four, and you could tell
technical issues or errors that you've heard during this broadcast. Sorry, Bernie. It's the bottom of the second inning. A little frazzled here up in the Orange County radio or Orange County television booth. Noah Newfield at the plate, facing the starter Matthew Viveros in this 0-0 ball game. Bottom of the second. Newfield takes one down and away. 1-0 count. Newfield's Riptide debut came 2 nights ago on Friday against the Bombers. He started off on the very first pitch he saw with a double into the left center field gap. Swings and fouls one back here, 1-1. Came around to score, so had a big year for Colorado Mesa University. Hit .333, 3 homers, 22 RBIs for the Mavericks. Heard of a crowded Riptide catching group here in Orange County. The 1-1 from Viveros misses down and in. 2-1 count. Viveros, pretty solid first inning. The walk to Zach Woodson came with 2 outs, but besides that, a really solid frame. The San Diego Waves team went into Arroyo Seco and upset the Saints on their opening night. Check swing foul by Newfield, 2-2. The Riptides announcer, Aiden Pham, will be back momentarily. And again, we apologize for those technical issues that we were having earlier in this broadcast. It's summer ball for all of us, not just the players on the field. 2-2 count to Newfield. Just misses down and in. Pitch got away from David Vergel de Dios behind the plate, so it's a 3-2 count. So full count on Newfield, trying to reach to begin the bottom of the second. 3-2. One's popped foul and out of play. Nice at-bat here from Newfield as the Riptide try and get something across the board against Viveros, who's from Mount San Antonio College. Viveros also pitched for the Kelowna Falcons in the West Coast League back in 2024. The 3-2 again. This one's popped up. This one playable, though. The right fielder charging in, and he'll make the catch. Nice play there by Arusevich. That's one down here in the the bottom of the second inning. I'll turn it over to Aiden Pham back on the mic.
Thanks, Sam. Yeah, one out here in the bottom of the second. Bradley Boudreau steps up for the Riptide. Redshirt freshman out of Fordham. He's reached in both of the games he's played so far. He gets his second start of the season here on this Sunday afternoon at third base. Already Viveros is set and deals, and it's slapped foul. 0-1 the count against Boudreau. Pinch hit yesterday against the Oaks. He was walked. Looking for the Riptide's first hit of this ball game. Viveros is set, fires the pitch in. And it drops in for strike 2. 0-2 the count here against Bradley Boudreau.
Boudreau had a great at-bat or a great plate appearance off the bench yesterday against the Oaks. Long, lengthy battle that led to a walk.
0-2. Popped up in the air out towards left field. Hatcher races over, and he can't make the catch. It falls out of his reach. Boudreau cruises into second, and that is the first hit of the ball game for the Riptide. Nicely done by Bradley Boudreau.
It's what baseball's all about, taking it where they ain't. Just drops in, finds some green grass. It's going to be a long run for Hatcher, and Riptide have a runner in scoring position here with one down.
See if they can take advantage as Dennis Fitzpatrick is up. He didn't play at Pacific this past season. Played against the Bombers on Friday night. He was 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Righty steps up, one of 3 righties in the lineup today for Brian Evans. Runner on second, pitch from Viveros off the end of the bat, and it's sent foul into the netting on the right side. No balls and 1 strike here against Fitzpatrick. Spent time at Golden College prior to coming to Pacific. Once again, didn't play there this year. He's up for the Riptide with a runner in scoring position in Boudreau. Viveros just sends it over towards second base. Easy play for Boudreau to get back on.
Yeah, Viveros spun around there, and the second baseman, Ukatil, was not covering the bag, but it would have been a balk if Viveros doesn't throw over at all. So he sort of lobs it over there, gives Ukatil time to make the play.
Lefty deals, towering high pop-up right back to the mound. Viveros gets out of the way, and the grab is made by John Ukatil, the second baseman, for out number 2.
Yeah, there was almost a meeting on the mound there, but no one for San Diego seemed really sure who was going to make that catch. But eventually Ukatil takes charge. You've got 2 down here in the bottom of the second.
There was a sea of blue there towards the ball, and it ends up being Ukatil who makes the catch. Up comes Thomas Cernius out of Princeton. So he's a smart fella here at the plate. Also a good baseball player. He hit .308 there this season. Couple peeks at second for Viveros. His pitch home. Catches the zone for strike 1. .308 batting average, 5 home runs with 24 RBIs at Princeton this year for Thomas Cernius. Played both in the infield and outfield for the Tigers. He gets to start in right field today. Delivery from Viveros misses low and outside for ball 1. 1-1 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, first time we've seen him in the outfield here in Orange County, Aiden. Mostly playing first base and designated hitter so far, but nice to see him show the range out there and right. Already made a nice catch up against the warning track back in the first.
1-1, got a piece, and he sends it foul. 1-2 the count against Cernius. Was 2 for 3 on Friday against the Bombers. He also scored a run and had 2 RBIs.
Saw him go the other way. A couple of hits down the left field line, including a double. It was the first extra base hit of the Riptide summer. Love it, just a smooth swing the other way right here. Bring home the first run of this ballgame.
Boudreau's on second for Cernius. Viveros gets set with the glove in front of his chest. The pitch is way high. Evens the count at 2-2. Grew up around here in Orange County. Thomas Cernius, a native of Yorba Linda. He played his high school ball at Servite. Earned all-league honors there. Was named team MVP his senior year. And he swings and misses for strike 3. Nice work from Matthew Viveros to work around the double from Bradley Boudreau. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left on for the Riptide. We head to the top of 3. It's Anderson, Ukatil, and Kim due up for the Waves. Third inning from Great Park. No score yet between the Riptide and Waves. Aiden Sam Evans with you. Been so used to working with Colin these past few days. Glad to be working with you, Sam.
Oh, well, I won't take it personal.
Caden Anderson starts the inning off for the Waves. Jake Valenzuela back out there for another inning of work. Kicks the leg, deals the pitch. Off speed there in the zone for strike 1. Anderson had a really good year at Iowa Western Community College. He hit .329 there. That was his second season at Iowa Western. 0-1 from Valenzuela, way outside. It flies by the glove of Neufeld. No harm done, nobody on. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, a little bit of arm side run there for Valenzuela. Held on to that pitch for a little bit too long, just yanked it.
Orange glove in his hand. The pitch lined in the air out towards center field on his horse, Dolan. It sinks in front of him. A base hit to lead off the third for Caden Anderson. And it's been nice work so far from the Waves lineup. Now they're looking to score the run.
Yeah, San Diego's had runners on in every inning. They've had the lead runner on, in fact, in every inning of this game. John Yucatil, who's coming to the plate, started off this ball game with a walk.
It was a big start for the Waves against Arroyo Seco on Thursday. They jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Looking to strike first here in Irvine. First pitch to Yucatil is a strike. 0-1 the count.
On the Riptide fell behind 4-0 after 2 innings against Conejo yesterday. So really critical. Riptide never really got back into that ball game.
0-1 pitch, low and outside. It's a 1-1 count against John Yucatil, one of 5 lefties in the lineup for the Waves today. You also got the switch hitter in Theo Kim. Runner on first, the 1-1 from Valenzuela inside. 2 balls in 1 strike. Yucatil in the first, he was walked and took second on the error on the throw from Valenzuela to first. Anderson's on first after his leadoff single. The pitch home, lifted in the air towards left field. 3 steps back for Woodson. He makes the catch. That's out number 1 here of the third.
First time that we've seen a Riptide pitcher get more than 6 outs in a ball game. Here is Valenzuela now in his 3rd frame of work. Longest we've seen any pitcher, but Valenzuela's a starter who threw 73 innings in 14 games for Riverside Community College this last season. So certainly has the ability to go deep into ball games.
Theo Kim had a home run against the Saints on Thursday as he throw over to first, sliding back headfirst safely as Anderson. He was 7 for 8 on stolen base attempts at Iowa Western this past season. Theo Kim had a good day against the Saints. We talked about that home run. He was also walked 3 times. Scored 3 of 12 runs for the Waves. First pitch to him, he takes all the way. It's a strike, 0-1 the count.
Yeah, we know that's Arroyo Seco team, really talented. Obviously beat the Riptide last year in the postseason. We saw Orange County started out the year 0-3 with losses to affiliate teams, and Arroyo Seco falls to the Waves to begin their season.
Another throw to first. A little bit off the mark. Anderson's able to get back. 0-1 the count with Anderson on first. But to that point, right, it's so important that you win the games against the affiliates because of how talented the CCL South is. I think yesterday's game shows you why. Pitch home, low, 2-1 count.
No, absolutely. Super critical to win these ball games against the affiliate teams. You know you have a talent advantage. Most of these teams. Theo Kim from UC Irvine, sort of the exception. He's a Division I player. But for the most part, these are D2 guys.
Sends the ball back into the backstop. Foul. A 1-2 count against Theo Kim. Starting at shortstop today, the switch hitter batting left-handed against Valenzuela, the right-handed pitcher for the Riptide. Theo Kim at UC Irvine played in 16 games. He made 6 starts for the Anteaters. He bat .208 on the season. 1-2, swing and a miss. Good pitch from Valenzuela as Theo Kim strikes out. It's the 2nd strikeout of the game for Valenzuela. And out number 2 here of the third. Up comes Jacob May. Center fielder today. Takes the first pitch for a ball. A 1-0 count with 2 outs here.
May popped up in foul territory to the third baseman Boudreau back in the 1st inning of this ball game.
1-0. Bounced on the ground up the middle. Glove by Fitzpatrick. He goes to second. And it gets by Nunez. In safely is Anderson. Aboard first is Jacob May. With 2 outs here for the Waves in the 3rd. Tough play there for Fitzpatrick to make it. Looks like it just got by Nunez over there on the second base bag.
Yeah, difficult play there. Not really anything you can do on either side. Good effort from both Fitzpatrick and Nunez, but that's an infield single there for May.
Third hit of the game. It's the second hit of the inning for the Waves. They've got 2 runners on. It's May on first, Anderson on second. Up comes Virgil de Dios, the catcher. Righty takes a pitch that paints the edge of the zone for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Steps into the right-handed batter's box, taps the plate, and awaits the 0-1 from Valenzuela. Here it is. Sent back foul, 0-2, quickly ahead against Virgil de Dios is Valenzuela.
Virgil de Dios began his collegiate career at Hawaii before going to Saddleback College, where he hit .265 last season.
2 runners aboard, 2 outs, top of the third. No score yet between the Riptide and the Waves. Pitch from Valenzuela. Misses down and outside. It's a 1-2 count against David Virgil de Dios. Gets the start at catcher. He grounded out to third in the first. At a Saddleback College, he was 0 for 1 against the Saints with 2 walks on Thursday. Look at second. Pitch home. Off speed. Freezes him up. Strikeout for Valenzuela. It's his third of the game and the third out here of the top of the third. We head to the bottom of this inning. The Riptide bats come back up. It's Nunez, Dolan, and Tiller on the other side of the break. Bottom of the third, no score yet between the Riptide and Waves. Here on this Sunday afternoon, Aiden Pham alongside Sam Evans. Slater Nunez leads off the third for the Riptide. New pitcher in the ball game for the Waves, it's Matthew Garrison, the lefty. His first pitch is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count against Slater Nunez. His first at bat of the game. He hit .364 this past season at El Camino. Caught a piece of that baseball, and it's an 0-2 count against Nunez.
Nunez went 1 for 4, drove in a run against the Oaks yesterday. Did strike out twice, though.
Garrison, his first appearance of the summer. 0-2 pitch from him. Sent back into the net. Foul will redo 0-2. Garrison plays his college ball at Point Loma Nazarene. Made 10 appearances there this past season as a true freshman. Lifts the glove, 0-2. High and deep out towards right field. Playable for Arusevic, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
He did more than just play at Point Loma Nazarene. He had 26 innings of 2.05 ERA baseball, so really, really good numbers. Opponent batting average of 157. The issue point for Garrison, though, 21 walks to 19 strikeouts, so a lot of control issues, but certainly he was effectively wild his time with PNLU.
Looking for a good summer here with the Waves. Alex Dolan steps up, pitches way high for ball 1. Dolan flew out to left in the first. Out of Pacific, he when on base, is a really good base runner. He leads the CCL in steals. Had 3 of them yesterday. 1-0 misses away. 2 balls and no strikes here against Dolan, the center fielder. 275 batting average this past season at Pacific. 2-0. Pokes a ball right to second. Yucatel's there. And it's out number 2.
Tough break there for Dolan. Nice piece of hitting. Hit the ball on a line. Just not to the right place, unfortunately. But you keep putting good swings like that on the baseball, and hits will certainly fall eventually.
Up comes Justin Tiller. Didn't play yesterday against the Oaks. He has 1 hit on the year. That was on Tuesday, opening day against the Bombers, where he went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Lefty on lefty matchup. Pitch from Garrison. Up and outside. 1-0 count. Tiller out of Cypress Community College, but he's committed to play at Texas A&M. He spent 2 seasons at Cypress. 1-0 from Garrison. Down. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Hitters count for Justin Tiller, who's a really good hitter. He hit .305 this past season. Set the season record for home runs in a year at Cypress College last season. He takes ball 3 there.
He drove in 81 runs back in 2025 in a 55-game season for the Chargers. So just truly an incredible year for Tiller.
3-0. Easy pitch to lay off on for Justin Tiller. It's a 4-pitch walk issued by Garrison. And a runner on Justin Tiller is on first for the Riptide.
Yeah, Garrison wanted no part of Justin Tiller right there. So Zach Woodson, who's already got a walk in this ball game, and that's pretty much all that he's been doing with Orange County. He's got 5 walks now already this season, couple of hit by pitches as well. So even though he's still looking for his first Riptide base hit this summer, he's been aboard plenty.
Yeah, hasn't had that hit, but hasn't really needed to. He's had good at-bats. He's been walked, hit by pitch like you said. He's up with a runner on first and Tiller. Woodson takes the first pitch. It's a strike 0-1 from Garrison.
Well, Woodson led the Trinity League in slugging percentage during his time with St. John's Bosco, so we know that he's got power in his bat. Just hasn't quite shown it yet this summer.
0-1 the pitch. Low and outside, evens the count 1-1. Zach Woodson out of Pepperdine. He hit 128 there in 25 games played. He was walked 7 times there this past season. He's already been walked 4 times, or rather 5. He was walked earlier in this game in the first, as he swings and misses there. 1-2 count.
Seen Woodson battle from behind in the count plenty. Obviously 2 down in the inning with Tiller on first. Just trying to work up Garrison's pitch count here.
Black long sleeves on for Garrison. His pitch lined right to first. It's scooped by Nilsson for the 3rd and final out. Walk issued to Justin Tiller. No runs come across on no hits. And 1 left on for the Riptide. It's the 4th when we come back. Jackson Jordan, the new pitcher in the game for Orange County. Right-handed pitcher out of Tyler Junior College, but he's committed to play at Florida Atlantic. Second appearance of the summer for Jordan. He pitched against the Bombers on opening day, went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and had 2 strikeouts. Set to face Arusevic, Nilsson, and Valdivia here for the Waves. Top of the 4th, no score yet between the Riptide and the Waves. Jordan's first pitch sails in there for strike 1.
Saw Jordan back on opening day against the Bombers, threw an inning to begin his Riptide career. Did not walk anyone, struck out 2, did allow a base hit, but no runs in the frame.
No one from Jordan. Swung on, fly ball out towards right center. Working over there, it's Dolan, the center fielder, who makes the catch. Out number 1. It's the first time today that the leadoff guy hasn't reached for the Waves.
Now that's a good recipe for success for the Riptide. If they can keep the leadoff man off base, it really makes it difficult for San Diego to generate those big innings, and that's really what wins you ball games, is putting up, 2, 3, 4 runs, those crooked numbers. When this Orange County team certainly can overcome a 1-run deficit, but you want to make sure you limit the opportunity for San Diego to have big frames.
Andreas Nilsson steps in. First baseman takes a ball. He singled in the second and advanced to second on the pass ball. So he's up for the second time today. The 1-0. Swings and twists it foul on the left side. 1-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Nothing ball game between San Diego and Orange County. Game number 4 of 44 for the Riptide. It's the second CCL game for the Waves this summer. 1-1 ground ball right side. Flies by Fitzpatrick in a right field for a base hit. 2 hits today already for Andreas Nilsson. With 1 out, and up comes Mikey Valdivia.
Nice diving bid there by Fitzpatrick. We've seen him go into the dirt a couple of times so far in this game. Not yet able to make a play, but he's certainly putting all the effort he can into it, at least.
Brings up the lefty Valdivia, third baseman for the Waves. Strike from Jackson Jordan. Valdivia popped one up to second back in the second inning. Riptide in their home white uniforms. It's blue tops, gray pants for the Waves. 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Nice job there for Jordan to get his way ahead in the count, quickly ahead 0-2, exactly how you want to respond to the base hit from Nielsen.
2 strikeouts on the summer for Jackson Jordan. The 0-2 from him, up and outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now against Valdivia. Valdivia was 1 for 3 against Arroyo Seco. He got the start at second base on Thursday, but he's starting at third base today. Ball there from Jackson Jordan evens the count at 2-2. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Runner on first, Andreas Nilsson, after his single.
We apologize for those sounds that you're hearing from the computer as we continue to work through these technical issues here at the Great Park.
2-2 opposite batter's box. It's a full count here against Valdivia. Valdivia also out of Iowa Western Community College. Runner on first, 3-2 pitch. Bounces in the dirt. It's a walk issue to Valdivia. 2 runners on. Nilsson heads over to second, and up comes Colby Hatcher.
Frustrating there for Jordan. Got ahead in the count 0-2, but couldn't find the strike zone. Valdivia was patient, and now the Waves again have something cooking here. They've had a runner in scoring position every single frame of this ball game so far.
Colby Hatcher didn't record a hit, did have 1 RBI at Houston Christian this past year. Takes a ball, the first pitch from Jackson Jordan, who's working with some traffic on the base paths. 1 out, top of the 4th. Waves looking to score first here in Irvine tonight. Jordan gets set, kicks and deals. Take, and it's inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count against Hatcher. He came in late to play in left field for the Waves against the Saints. Did have one at bat. He was 0 for 1. (2-0) from Jordan. Low once again, and it's 3 straight balls issued to Colby Hatcher. He struck out looking in the second, Hatcher did. Hatcher played his first 2 collegiate seasons at Iowa Western. He led them to the JUCO World Series as a freshman and just wrapped up his first year at Houston Christian. 3-0. And it's 4 pitches from Jackson Jordan, 4 balls, and Colby Hatcher is walked. It's back-to-back walks issued by Jackson Jordan, and the bases are loaded here for the Waves. Out comes Neufeld to the mound to talk things over with his pitcher.
Well, really, it's 8 straight balls because he was ahead 0-2 on Valdivia before the walk. So, really, complete loss of control here for Jordan, these last 2 hitters. Neufeld trying to just settle his pitcher down. So now the Riptide are really in a jam.
Bases juiced. Up comes Caden Anderson. He's batting 9th, the designated hitter. Singled his last time up back in the 3rd. Jordan, and is a swing and a miss from Anderson there. 0-1 the count with 1 out still here in the top of the 4th. No score between the Waves and the Riptide. 37 RBIs this past season for Anderson. Misses high, and it's a 2-1 count. They're a 1-1 count against Caden Anderson. High pop-up over towards first base. Everybody over there. The catch is made by Cernius. No tag is made, and that's out number 2. Good communication from the Riptide. It was Cernius, Fitzpatrick, and Tiller, the triangle. And the catch is made for 2 outs, and this gets a lot easier for Jackson Jordan.
Yeah, that's big to get the out. No advance for any of the runners. Base is still loaded, but now you don't have to worry about a productive out bringing home a run. Cerny has covered a lot of ground out there. His first start in right field, making the play.
Up comes Yucatil. He takes a ball down low. 1-0 count. Yucatil today, he was walked in the first, was left stranded on second. And he flew out to left in the 3rd. The pitch in the zone for strike 1. 1-1 count against Yucatil.
Trust your defense here. No reason to gift the Waves a run. Got to go after Yucatil.
Yucatil, and he's down 0-2, rather 1-2 against Jackson Jordan. Bases loaded in this inning. Jackson Jordan trying to get out of the jam. 1-2 from him. Hard hit ground ball right up the middle. In comes Nilsson. Valdivia heads home. The throw is off the mark. It's a 2 RBI single for John Yucatil, and the Waves strike first. 2-0 here in Irvine in the 4th.
Frustrating one there for Jordan. Got a good outcome, pretty weak ground ball, but right back up the middle. Jordan didn't have a play on it, and neither Fitzpatrick or Nunez had any chance at that ground ball. So Waves up in this game 2-0, but important to try and limit the damage to just 2.
Colby Hatcher is on second. Yucatil's on first after his 2-run single. And this is Theo Kim, the switch hitter. Down and outside, ball 1 from Jackson Jordan. 0 for 2 today, Theo Kim. He flew out to right in the 1st. He struck out swinging in the 3rd. Not out of it yet for Jackson Jordan. Looking for that 3rd out here of the 4th. Catches the zone for strike 1, 1-1. Kim played his college ball nearby at UC Irvine. Spent last summer in the West Coast League. He's in his first summer with the Waves. 1-1 home from Jordan. And he caught a piece for the foul ball, 1-2.
Jordan has struggled to put away hitters so far. Obviously the 2 walks, but no strikeouts after we saw him pitch so well against the Bombers on Tuesday night with a couple of Ks. Try to put away Kim right here.
Looks to limit the damage. 1-2 count with 2 outs. Jordan the pitch. Called a ball. It evens the count at 2-2.
Looks like Kim might have offered at that one. The third base umpire Frank Flugrat thought otherwise, but Kim was already trying to avoid Newfield's tag, so I think Kim thought he went around too.
Instead, it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Jackson Jordan deals. Lined, foul. So we'll redo 2-2. 2 outs here, top of the 4th. 2 runs already scored here in the inning for the Waves. They're up 2-0. Colby Hatcher's on second. John Yucatil's on first. The focus for Jackson Jordan against Theo Kim with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Smoked out towards right field, racing back. Cernius, it's over his head. Around third comes Hatcher. He scores the windmill for John Yucatil. He's in as well. It's a 2 RBI double from Theo Kim. And the Waves add on 4-0 here in the 4th.
Nice swing there from Theo Kim. Had the home run against Arroyo Seco a couple nights ago, and he stays hot right here. No play for Cernius. Pitch got too much of the plate there from Jordan with 2 strikes, and Kim made him pay.
Just like they did against the Saints, the Waves jump on the Riptide. It's a 4-0 start as Brian Evans walks out there for a mound visit. Thompson is getting warm in the bullpen for the Riptide. It's just Neufeld, Brian Evans, the head coach, but he also serves as the pitching coach for the Riptide, and the pitcher Jackson Jordan. The 3 of them huddled up on the mound. Theo Kim's on second after his 2 RBI double. 4 runs here in the top of the 4th with 2 outs. And the mound visit has concluded. Jacob May is the batter up. He was out in the 1st when he popped one up to 3rd, and he singled in the 3rd.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about, is not being able to happen. You cannot allow these crooked numbers. When you walk hitters, it gives them extra opportunities. You put yourselves in difficult positions, and the Waves are too good of a team to give that opportunity too.
First pitch to May is a strike, 0-1. You're just looking for that 3rd out here. The damage has been done for Jackson Jordan. Don't want to let it get any worse. Center fielder here, Jacob May at bat. Ball 1, 1-1 count. Jacob May plays his college ball at Cal State Bakersfield. He was there this past season, but he's currently in the transfer portal. Spent 1 season at Southwestern Community College prior to coming to Bakersfield. Ropes a ball in a right field. Another base hit for the Waves. Stop sign put on at 3rd for Theo Kim. It's runners on the corners after the single from May. Still 2 outs here in the 4th.
Yeah, that ball was almost just hit too hard for May. By the time that it got all the way out to Cernius, Kim hadn't quite reached 3rd yet, so 3rd base coach Louis Cohen decided to put up the stop sign. Still runners at the corners here for San Diego.
Here comes Brian Evans, as it's just not been the outing that Jackson Jordan wanted to have. He was great on opening day, but has struggled against the Waves. Here in the 4th, there comes Brian Evans. Entire infield is in, and that's the day for Jackson Jordan. The Riptide go to the bullpen. The new pitcher in the game is Thompson. We'll introduce you to him when we come back. 4-0 the lead for the Waves here in the top of the 4th. Dayton Thompson, the new pitcher in the game for the Riptide. Jackson Jordan went 2/3 of this inning. The Riptide not out of it yet. Runners on the corners for the Waves as David Virgil DiDio steps up, the catcher. 9th batter that has come up to the plate this inning. Swings at the first pitch, sends a fly ball to center field. Dolan tracks it down for out number 3. 4 runs come across in this inning for the Waves on 4 hits and 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Riptide looking to answer here at Great Park. Jarrett Sable, Noah Neufeld, and Bradley Boudreau due up in this inning for the Riptide, who trail 4-0 against the Waves. It was a 4 spot in the top of the 4th. And right now, Sam, the Riptide just looking for some momentum here. You got to find a way to answer after falling big short.
Yeah, you'd love to get at least a run back. Garrison's been in the dugout for a long time. That can often affect pitchers. So if you're part of this Riptide order, try and jump on him right away.
Garrison back out there. His first pitch is a strike to Jarrett Sabo, who's 0 for 1 today. He grounded one back to the mound. That was against Viveros. Pitch from Garrison in the zone, quickly ahead in the count. 0-2 goes the left-handed pitcher. Working quickly, and he bounces a pitch. It's a 1-2 count here against Jarrett Sabo, who redshirted this past season at USC. The Trojans, of course, a heartbreaking loss today against UNC. Good season, though, making it to the Super Regionals as the 1-2 misses 2-2 count.
Well, I was sorry for you, Aiden, personally, for the Trojan season to come to an end.
Now, I was watching the game with Jarrett Sabo pregame, and the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Just to wrap up on that, Jarrett Sabo wasn't in a good mood as well. Unfortunate, but we both said to each other, all good things come to an end, and that's what happened to USC's season today. It was a great season for the Trojans. Out number 1 here of the bottom of the 4th. Sabo strikes out. Noah Neufeld steps up. Neufeld takes a strike from Garrison. 0-1 the count. He flew out to right back in the 2nd. Righty on lefty matchup. Kicks and deals as Garrison. It's popped up and it curls foul on the right side. 0-2 the count. Garrison's done a nice job of getting ahead of these Riptide hitters. Noah Neufeld finds himself down 0-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. The Riptide working down 4-0. 0-2 offering. Sent foul on the right side once again. Redo 0-2.
Yeah, definitely the Riptide hitters have not been on the front foot really at any point in this ball game. San Diego's done a good job pitching. Boudreau's got the only hit of the game for Orange County, and it was sort of a bloop double. I mean, it was not a well-hit baseball, so really not much success at all for Orange County.
0-2 up and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes against the catcher Neufeld out of Colorado Mesa. Makes his first start for the Riptide. He played against the Bombers back on Friday, where he was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Sends a ground ball on the left side, gets by the shortstop Kim, and there's a runner on for the Riptide. Noah Neufeld pokes it through the infield, and with one out, up comes Bradley Boudreau.
Nice piece of two-strike hitting right there for Newfield. Just punched it through the 5.5 hole. Kim tried to backhand it, didn't quite have a play. Now you've got Boudreau, who, as we touched on, has the double already today. So the Riptide try and chop into this 4-0 lead.
Boudreau had that double in the second. He's up with a runner on. That's Neufeld on first. Garrison, fastball high, 1 ball, no strikes. Boudreau makes his third start of the season today for the Riptide. He's over there at third base. Stands tall in that left-handed batter's box. He takes the pitch upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Pinch hit yesterday was walked. Didn't play his freshman year at Fordham. He redshirted because he got hurt in the fall with a lower back injury. He steps out, takes a big breath. He's back in, ready for the 2-0 pitch from Garrison. Here it comes. Misses low, 3 straight balls from Garrison. A 3-0 count against Boudreau.
Exactly what you need here if you're the Riptide. Garrison, we talked about the long rest there at the top of the 4th inning for the reliever. He's already given up the hit to Newfield, behind in the count to Boudreau.
3-0. 4-pitch walk to Bradley Boudreau. The pitch missed high. It's runners on first and second for Orange County with Fitzpatrick stepping up.
Nice job there for Boudreau, not trying to do too much, and that'll prompt a mound visit here from San Diego as they try to calm Garrison down, protecting this 4-run lead.
When Neufeld singled, he's on second now. Boudreau, just moments ago, was walked, and up is Dennis Fitzpatrick. But before then, it's a mound visit for the San Diego Waves. They're up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 4th against Orange County here in Irvine. The Riptide went 2-1 against the Waves last summer. It's a good start for the Waves here in the 4th game of the summer for the Riptide. It's the 2nd of the summer for the Waves. They played against the Arroyo Seco Saints on Thursday. The Waves came out victorious in a 12-7 ball game. Mound visit is done. Up is Fitzpatrick. Garrison looks in. Gets set with the glove pinned towards his belt. Looks at second. Deals the pitch. Lined in the air. In a right field for a base hit. Neufeld stops at third. Everybody moves station to station on the single from Fitzpatrick. And the Riptide have the bases loaded with Cernius coming up.
It's exactly what we wanted to see out of this Orange County offense. Response after giving up 4 runs in the top of the inning. Just try to cut into that lead. You've got the tying run at the plate now in Cernius. You get at least 2 back, then you're only down 4-2. This is still a ball game with 5 innings to play.
Bases loaded, 1 out for Thomas Cernius. First pitch from Garrison to Cernius is taken for a ball outside, 1-0 count. Cernius didn't play yesterday, but when he played against the Bombers on Friday night, he was 2 for 3 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. 1-0 from Garrison. Good take from Cernius. Ahead in the count, 2-0 goes the right fielder for the Riptide. Lefty digs in, hovers that black bat over his left shoulder, and the 2-0 from Garrison. Catches the zone for strike 1, 2-1 count.
I like Cernius taking until he gets his strike. Garrison's had a lot of trouble finding the zone this inning. Still a 2-1 count, favorable spot for Cernius.
The 2-1. Waves and misses for strike 2, 2-2 count. Garrison looks for out number 2. He's got the bases loaded. Neufeld started the inning off with a single. He's on third. Boudreau was walked. He's on second. And Fitzpatrick is on first. Pitch is a ball. It's a full count for Thomas Cernius, who had a good season hitting for Princeton. He hit 308 with 5 home runs. He had 24 RBI. 3-2. Pop up towards short. Kim backs up, reaches over his head, and makes the catch for out number 2. So Cernius is retired. There's 2 outs. The base is loaded still for Slater Nunez.
That's a frustrating one there. Obviously, you're just trying to make sure it's at least a productive out. Instead, the runners all stay put there. But Nunez, big spot here to try and come through. Looks like he'll be doing it against a new pitcher.
And that's all for Matthew Garrison. His day is done. The Waves make a pitching change. We'll step aside as the new pitcher warms up. It's 4-0, the Waves in front of the Riptide, but Orange County's threatening with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th. Back here at Great Park, bottom of the 4th inning, the Riptide have the bases loaded with 2 outs. A pitching change for the San Diego Waves. The new pitcher is Sergio Garcia, the lefty out of Southwestern Community College. Once again, bases are juiced for the Riptide. The inning started with Sable, who struck out swinging. Neufeld came up, he singled, and he's on 3rd. Boudreau was walked, he's aboard 2nd base. Dennis Fitzpatrick had a single as well. He's on 1st. Thomas Cernius just popped one up to short. And up is Slater Nunez, who hit .364 this past season. With the bases loaded and 2 outs, he's trying to give the Riptide their first runs of the ball game. The Riptide left an average of 12 left on base in their first 3 games. They left 16 on base on Friday against the Bombers, an area they're looking to do a better job in, and it starts right here. Bases juiced, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, trailing by 4 runs. Up is Slater Nunez. Garcia set with the glove in front of his chest. The breath, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Nunez had a big year at El Camino where he hit .364. He had 46 RBI. That led the team. He also led El Camino in home runs with 7. The 0-1 from Garcia. Down and outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count here against Nunez. Played against the Oaks yesterday. Nunez did. He was 1 for 4 with an RBI and 2 strikeouts. Bases loaded, bottom of the 4th. 2 outs, 1-1 count. Riptide trail 4-0. Here's the pitch from Garcia. Misses down once again. It's a 2-1 count against Nunez.
Big spot here for Slater Nunez to try and do some damage. Did drive in a run against Conejo yesterday. Probably want to drive in at least a couple here if you're the Riptide.
Two-one. It's popped up towards first base. Nilsson works over towards his left, and he is able to make the catch. The Riptide leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th. It's a 4-0 advantage for the Waves as we head to the top of the 5th. The California Collegiate League's biggest event of the summer is coming to Reno, Nevada on Saturday, July 4th. The 2026 CCL All-Star Game will bring together the league's top players and future professional prospects at Greater Nevada Field, home of the Reno Aces. Following the game, fans will enjoy a spectacular fireworks show as part of the America 250 celebration. To purchase tickets and learn more, visit calsummerball.com. Top of the fifth here at Great Park, Aiden Pham alongside Sam Evans. It's a 4-0 lead for the San Diego Waves. Some missed opportunities for the Riptide in the bottom of the fourth. They had the bases loaded, Sam.
Yeah, had the bases loaded with one out and didn't get a ball to get out of the infield on a couple of pop-ups. Just have to be better situationally there. We talked about it before the game. Fundamental baseball. Riptide have thrown the ball away. They've made errors. They've walked hitters today. They haven't taken control of this game. San Diego has. San Diego's playing like the more mature team, and that's why they're winning this game.
The bats are back up for San Diego. They scored 4 runs in the top of the fourth. We're in the top of the fifth. Thompson is still out there. His first pitch to Arusevic is a ball. Arusevic flew out to center field in the fourth. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Bright red glove in the hands of Thompson. A ball golfed out to right field. Working back, Cernius hits over his head once again. Rattles off the fence. Heading for second. A stand-up double for Kareem Arusevic. And the bats continue to stay hot for San Diego.
Yeah, great swing. Smooth stuff there from Arusevic. Cernius looked like he got a little bit turned around out there. Turned over towards his left, and the ball was over his right shoulder. Not sure he would have had much of a play anyway, but that pretty much ended any chance he had. And Waves, again, have a runner in scoring position. They've had one in the scoring position all 5 innings of this game. They've had the lead runner on in 4 of the 5 innings of this game. That's just a recipe for disaster if you're the Riptide.
Swing and a miss from Andreas Nilsson. 0-1 count against him. 3 for 9 today, the Waves with runners in scoring position. They're 4 for 15 with runners on. Lefty Nilsson faces an 0-1 count. The pitch taken down and outside for ball 1.
I mean, those numbers aren't really all that ridiculous. The issue is the fact that it's the 5th inning, and they've had 15 at-bats with runners on base. I mean, that's just too many opportunities.
1-1 and Nilsson misses low. It's 2-1 against Nilsson, who is 2 for 2 on the day. He has 2 singles. He came around to score in the 4th. Lefty on righty matchup. Thompson out there for his second inning of work. He came in the top of the 4th for Jordan as his pitch, the 2-1, misses outside. It's a 3-1 count against Nilsson.
We've seen that be a problem on opening day as well for the Riptide, when pitchers have to come in and they don't get a clean inning, and then they have to try to go work a second frame of work. It can really prove challenging for a lot of the arms.
Waves and misses for strike 2. The count is full on Nilsson. The Waves are batting .267 with runners on in this ball game. Nilsson looks to reach for the 3rd time today. He's got Arusevic on second. The pitch home. Laced in the air towards left center. It's down. Around 3rd comes Arusevic. He scores easily. In a second is Nilsson after his RBI double. And the Waves stretch out the lead. It's 5-0 here in the 5th.
Nice piece of hitting there from Nilsson going the other way. Back-to-back doubles begin the inning for San Diego there.
Mikey Valdivia is up. Another lefty for the Waves. Nilsson's on second for Valdivia, who was walked and came around to score in the 4th. He popped one up to second in the 2nd inning. There's a strike from Thompson. 0-1 the count. Valdivia today is the beer batter here at Great Park, so fans hoping that he strikes out for discounted alcoholic beverages. 0-1 misses low. 1-1 count. Doesn't apply to us, Sam, but There's a good crowd here on a Sunday afternoon, or rather night, in Irvine.
Well, if you're a Riptide fan down 5-0, you might need one.
1-1 count from Thompson. In the air on the left side, and Boudreau runs out of real estate. 1-2 the count.
We saw Thompson come in on opening day against the Bombers. He actually ended that ball game, but it was certainly far from a smooth and simple save. The races were loaded with one out, and then a hard hit ball turned into a double play that allowed the Riptide to escape with the 4-2 win. But it was certainly a scary one for Thompson.
No outs, runner on second. 1-2 from Thompson. Plants it foul, redo 1-2. Dayton Thompson, the pitcher right now in the game for the Riptide. He's out of Mount San Jacinto. Two-way guy there. He made 10 starts on the mound with a .450 ERA. Right now he's looking for out number 1 here of the 5th. Already 1 run scratched across for the Waves, who are on top 5-0. 1-2. Swing and a miss there from Valdivia. So good strikeout from Thompson. It's his first of the day. And out number 1 here of the 5th.
Well, and those discounted beers that we were just talking about, there you go. So if you're a Riptide fan in the ballpark, you can enjoy a cold one at a cheaper value than you normally have here at the Great Park.
Definitely going to make the fans happy. And it's out number 1 for the Riptide after back-to-back doubles to start the inning. Up comes Colby Hatcher, still a runner on second for him. Down and inside towards the feet of Hatcher for ball 1. Hatcher out of Houston Christian. He saw limited playing time there, just 6 games played with 1 start. Didn't record a hit, but did have 1 RBI. 1-0 from Thompson in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Hatcher in the 4th was walk and came around to score. 1 of 4 runs in the top of the 4th for the Waves. They've added 1 more here in the 5th. It's a 5-run lead against Orange County. Glove is set. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Nice fastball there from Thompson. Makes Hatcher chase upstairs. You know, Hatcher, before his time at Houston Christian University, spent at Iowa Western. He played at the National Junior College World Series as a freshman with the
2-1. Fly ball out towards shallow right field. Over there is the second baseman, and he makes the scoop catch Fitzpatrick for out number 2.
That's a really nice play there from Dennis Fitzpatrick. I mean, full sprint, basket catch. You know, that's not an easy play to make, running away from the infield. Your back's to the play. It's a nice job there. He's been close to a couple of highlight plays, had 2 dives and couldn't quite make the play on the infield. But big out number 2 there. Probably would have been a run had that fallen in.
Instead, it's out number 2, and Caden Anderson, the designated hitter, steps up. He's got Nilsson on second. Nilsson drove in Arusovic with his RBI double. Off speed to Anderson is in the zone for strike 1, 0-1 with 2 outs. Anderson had a single in the 3rd. He flew out to right in the 4th. 0-1 from Thompson. It's an 0-2 count. Ahead is Thompson against Anderson. Thompson has struck out 1 this inning. It was Valdivia.
Nice job bouncing back here for Dayton to the 2 leadoff doubles to begin the frame. Certainly has responded well. He's got to finish the job in the top of the 5th inning.
0-2 from Thompson. Rolled on the ground, foul along the left field line. It's an 0-2 count. Certainly trying to get the Riptide's bats back up with a chance to eat into the deficit. The Riptide had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th, but were unable to get any runs across. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on second for Anderson. Thompson the pitch. Sent foul on the right side. Long at bat here, 0-2 the count remains with 2 outs.
Nice job battling as Anderson tries to make Thompson labor a little bit more here. But still ahead of 0-2 in the count. Not much reason to throw Anderson a strike as he continues to swing.
Sun starts to set here in Irvine. The 0-2 from Thompson. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Thompson. The Waves able to add one run across on 2 hits and 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Waves in front 5-0. It's Dolan, Tiller, and Woodson due up for the Riptide. Riptide trail 5-0 against the Waves here in the bottom of the 5th. Alex Dolan, Justin Tiller, Zach Woodson, 1, 2, and 3 due up in this inning for the Riptide. Trying to just eat into the deficit. It's been a hot start for the San Diego Waves. 8 hits on and 5 runs across. Alex Dolan 0 for 2 today. Garcia back out there. Lays down the bunt, pops it up in front of home plate. It's scooped up by Garcia. Turns, fires to first. Not in time. Alex Dolan reaches first safely, and the leadoff guy is on for Orange County.
Nice stuff there from Alex Dolan.
On a single from Alex Dolan, see if that can start the rally for Orange County.
Recognize that the third baseman of Valdivia was playing it deep. The pitcher, Garcia, is a lefty. He's got to turn and then sort of spin around to fire towards first base with ease. It's a real tough play there if you can push it down the third base line. Great job there from Dolan.
Brings up a really good hitter in Justin Tiller, the lefty. Texas A&M commit. Sergio Garcia gets set. His first pitch to Tiller catches the zone for strike 1. Justin Tiller, one of 4 returners for the Riptide this season. He spent the first half of last summer with Orange County. Runner on first, the 0-1 from Garcia. Misses low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike here against Justin Tiller, first baseman for Orange County.
A lot of lefties in this Orange County lineup. You've got 5 lefties as well as the switch hitter Dolan, who's on first, and so far it's been all lefties from the Waves.
Kicks the leg, the 1-1. It's a 2-1 count as the pitch was in the dirt once again. Justin Tiller was walked in the 3rd. He grounded out to second in the 1st. Waves have issued 3 walks already today. They only issued just 2 walks against the Saints on Thursday. Dolan's on first after his leadoff single. Justin Tiller is up. And the 2-1 from Garcia. Tiller chases and comes up empty. It's a 2-2 count. Tiller played his high school ball at Cypress High School. Earned all league and all county selections there. Right now he's up with a 2-2 count, no outs. Pitch home from Garcia. He sends it back foul, Tiller does, and it's 2-2 With no outs, Dolan on first, bottom of the fifth. The Riptide trail 5-0.
Dolan on first has pretty good speed. He went 4 for 4 on stolen bases so far this season, including 3 for 3 yesterday. So we'll see if he gets off to the races.
The lefty Garcia stares at him. Pitch home is in the air. Towering high pop up towards short. Theo Kim tracks it down for out number 1.
Seen a lot of pop-ups so far today. The Waves lineup has done a good job of handling it. It's the 4th pop fly that's yet to leave the infield in 5 innings for Orange County. And he's getting under the baseball just way too much. So nice job from Garcia coaxing that out of Tiller.
Zach Woodson is up. The Riptide had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th. It was back-to-back pop-ups to end the inning. Another lefty in Woodson. He was walked in the first, grounded out to first in the 3rd as he pitches low and outside. 1-0 count against Woodson.
Gonna have to string some base hits together. We saw the Riptide have 2 hits with a walk in the middle an inning ago to load those bases up, but not able to cash in. But that's the recipe here to try and come back against the Waves today.
Dolan takes off from first. Pitch is called a strike. Throw to second. Sliding in head first safely. Alex Dolan leads the CCL in steals. He's 5 for 5 to begin 2026.
A pretty nice throw there from Virgil de Dios from behind the plate. Just bounced in a little bit too early. Popped up a little bit too high for Kim's tag and just allowed Dolan to sneak in there and get into scoring position for the Riptide.
It's a 1-1 count against Zach Woodson. Runner in scoring position in Dolan. Garcia with his blue jersey untucked from those gray pants fires the pitch. It's inside. It gets by the catcher, Virgil de Dios. And to third and around third, heads home. Alex Dolan slides in feet first safely. So the Riptide take advantage of miscues. A ball that was lost by the catcher, Virgil de Dios. Alex Dolan says, "Thank you very much." He flies home, and it's a 5-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th.
Great job from Alex Dolan. Head up, sprints to third immediately and recognized the catcher had no idea where that baseball was. It was actually the pitcher, Garcia, who had to go try and field it. But Dolan's just too fast, slide home safely. And right now the Riptide will take anything they can get offensively. So at least they're on the board.
5-1 lead for the Waves. 2-1 count here against Woodson. The pitch. Sent back foul 2-2. And that blue jersey of Sergio Garcia becomes more and more untucked with every pitch he throws. Right now he's looking for out number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zach Woodson is up. A guy who's been walked plenty to begin this summer. He's also been hit by a pitch, so knows how to get aboard. 2-2 from Garcia. Swing and a miss for strike 3. I got a piece of that. So he stays alive. I got ahead of myself there, Sam. It's a 2-2 count with 1 out still.
It's a tough one. The home plate umpire, Keith Gibbs, sort of screened us from our view up here in the press box.
Here's the 2-2. That one's called strike 3. Zach Woodson strikes out looking, and that's out number 2. It's the 3rd strikeout from the Waves pitchers today. And with 2 down, up comes Jarrett Sable.
You weren't wrong, Aiden. You were just a little bit early there. So 2 outs and the bases empty here for Sable, who's 0 for 2 in this ball game. One of the 3 Riptide players to strike out last time up. Also grounded back to the pitcher, Viveros, who was the starter in this ball game back in the 1st.
Riptide were able to get 1 run across. That was Alex Dolan racing around. He's come in to score. It's 5-1 San Diego. Here's Jarrett Sable. The pitch was inside. 1-0 count. Sable, the designated hitter for Orange County. Makes his 3rd start of the season. He's got hits in both of the games he's played in. Yellow and red batting gloves for the USC Trojans in his hands, and he swings and misses for strike 1.
Sable's a multi-sport athlete. He was a football player in high school as well for Aliso Niguel. He was the league MVP, broke the school rushing yards and rushing touchdowns record as a senior, but chose to play baseball for SC instead.
1-1 from Garcia. Outside, flies by the glove of Virgil de Dios. It's a 2-1 count. Jared Sable is just one of those guys that always has a smile on his face, right? He's always in a good mood, and Riptide love the energy they get out of him. Right now he's looking for some 2-out hitting to extend this inning for the Riptide, down by 4 runs. 2-1. In the air, back foul on the left side. Evens the count at 2-2.
Nice AB here from Sable. Just trying to stay alive, and the longer you can stay alive, the better things can happen. We just saw a wild pitch that led to 2 bases for Orange County and a run. Sometimes all you have to do is just extend at-bats. It allows for room for your opponents to make mistakes, and you can have good results. We'll see if Sable can get a mistake from Garcia.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Garcia. Roped in the air down the right field line, and it's foul.
Well, Sable got a mistake, just a little bit out in front of the off-speed from Garcia. That thing was roped, but was always going foul.
He's got power in that bat of his, Jared Sable does. Was the number 6 ranked catcher in California coming out of high school. He's been playing in the outfield for the Riptide, but in the lineup as the DH today. 2-2 pitch from Garcia is called strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Sergio Garcia. Gets him out of the inning. 1 run does come across for the Riptide. It was Alex Dolan to cut into the deficit. 5-1 ball game. The Waves in front as we head to the top of the 6th. Sam Evans has you the rest of the way.
Back at the Great Park here in Irvine, Sam Evans alongside Aiden Pham. The Riptide are trailing 5-1 to San Diego as we begin the top of the 6th. It's still Dayton Thompson on the mound. So he begins his 3rd inning of work. His first pitch is popped up foul by Yucatil. Gets out of play over the Riptide bullpen. Yucatil so far today is 1 for 2, singled in a couple of runs last time up in the 4th, also came around to score himself, walked back in the 1st inning. He's behind 0-1 in the count here. The 0-1 just misses a little bit down, so now a 1-1 count for Yucatil. Thompson got the last out of the 4th inning, a fly out to center from Virgil de Dios, and then allowed a run in the 5th. So trying to get his 5th out of the ball game right here. That one's laced towards right field. Cernius started back and then eventually had to come in, but he did make the catch. It's his first game in the outfield with the Riptide, and he has looked a little bit uncomfortable out there in right field so far today, but did make that play.
Yeah, we've seen 2 balls already fly over his head. That time he's able to make the play for out number 1, getting adjusted to playing in right field. Cernius is.
So now it is Theo Kim at the plate here. Kim takes an off-speed pitch for a strike, 0-1. Kim doubled in a pair last time up in the 4th. Before that, he was hitless, so he's 1 for 3. Omaha's having some fun out there in center field with no bats to retrieve while the waves are up. It's a 1-1 count. Omaha certainly has been on her game so far today. Can't quite say the same for Orange County in this ball game, but there's still 4 innings to play with. The 1-1 from Thompson hits the ankle of Kim, who twists in pain, but he'll head to first base. So 1 on now, runner on first with 1 out.
It's the second hit by pitch from the Riptide pitchers today. It allows Theo Kim to get on. We've seen today how excellent the Waves have been with the bats. You don't want to give up any free passes.
Yeah, absolutely imperative to limit the number of base runners whenever possible, but especially in a game that you're trailing 5-1. Thompson will have to deal with the runner on first in Kim, who clearly is still in a little bit of pain here, but he's fighting through it, and he's going to stay in the ballgame.
That one definitely stings. It was a hard pitch, and it bounced off his ankle, it looked like.
Yeah, really not much, muscle or meat or anything there to protect you. Some bone, basically, and those definitely do sting. But he's on first with May at the plate. 1 down in this 5-1 ballgame. That one finds the outer half, so 0-1. Jacob May's 2 for 3 today. He's singled each of his last 2 times up. So a nice day for the center fielder from CSU Bakersfield. 0-1. That one's golfed towards right field. More work for Cernius. This one's a little bit easier for him, and he makes the catch. So now 2 down as Kim retreats to first.
Cernius has definitely been kept busy out there in right field for the Riptide. That time he makes the play a little more easier. And it's 2 outs for Thompson.
We a pinch hitter here for the catcher David Virgil de Dios. The pinch hitter is Owen Baxter, another catcher, so he'll presumably stay in the game for Virgil de Dios. But it's a lefty, so changing the sides of the plate here with 2 down. Thompson picks over, but Kim dives back safely.
Baxter also came in late to catch against the Saints. He was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on Thursday.
Baxter's from Iowa Western. Quite a few players from the Weavers on this roster for the Waves. Takes one outside, 1-0 count. Baxter hit .386 in 36 games with Iowa Western this year, so really gaudy numbers for the backstop. Another pick over for Thompson. Very concerned about Kim over there at first. Did not steal a base in 16 games with UC Irvine this season. Thompson's trying to make sure that he doesn't have a first stolen base against him here this summer. That one misses down and in. So now 2 balls here on Baxter. It's a 2-0 count. So Kim on first, 2 down in this inning as Thompson tries to put up the first 0 in a couple of frames for the Riptide. That one's weakly hit towards second. Fitzpatrick comes in on a couple of hops, throws to first, and that's the frame. Riptide still trailing in this game 5-1. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. Orange County will try to get back into it. Back from the Great Park, Riptide still trailing 5-1. Noah Newfield, Bradley Boudreau, Dennis Fitzpatrick, the three expected for Orange County in the bottom of the sixth. That's 5, 6, 7 in this Riptide lineup here on this International 6-7 day. So the Riptide try and claw a couple runs back. The new pitcher into the ball game, Fisher Megita for the Waves, and his first pitch is sent right into left field. Newfield's second hit of the day. Pretty much a carbon copy of his first, a line drive into left, and the Riptide have a runner on to begin the sixth.
It's a great start to the inning for the Riptide. Noah Neufeld punches the ball through the left side, and he's on for the second time today. Now you got to be able to take advantage of runners on for the Riptide here, especially down by 4 runs.
Got a brief delay here as Omaha is having a little bit trouble, but she's going after that bat right now. Looks like it'll be David Lamb, the general manager for the Riptide, who has to pick that one up. So a little bit of trouble there for Omaha, but it's early in the season. She'll get the kinks ironed out here.
She's had a busy day.
She really has. There have been quite a few bats to retrieve so far, and she was busy pregame as well. So Megita prepares himself to face off against Boudreau, who's reached twice in this game. He fouls that one off down the left side. He's got a double and a walk. Pre-game here at the Great Park, it was Great Park block party night, and Omaha was putting on a show. She was goalkeeping, so she was doing more than just retrieving the bats. She was defending penalty kicks. Aiden, both you and I got the opportunity to face off against Omaha. It was really quite the rush. 0-1 sails high off the catcher Baxter's mitt, goes to the wall, and that'll allow Newfield to move into scoring position.
And similar approach than that pitch. I went over Omaha to score my goal, right? You were also successful in getting a ball past her. We're 2 for 2. Can't say the same about our other broadcasters.
Yeah, over on Riptide Radio, Colin Kostick and Avi Singh were denied by Omaha, the brick wall. But we were able to find our way through. You know, I went pure power. You went a little bit of finesse. We just had our own approaches. It's the 1-1. Boudreau fouls that one back over the press box here in Irvine. Now a 1-2 count.
Joe recorded his first hit of the summer earlier in this game. He's done a nice job of getting on. He's reached in all 3 games he's played in.
He's reached in each of his last 3 plate appearances because he's reached both times today, as well as in his pinch hit walk against the Oaks yesterday. Count even at 2-2. Looks like the umpires are going to call a balk on Fisher Megita there. So it's a 1-2 count. The pitch does not stand, but Newfield moves to third on the balk. You don't see a lot of balks get called, but there's one right there for you.
Certainly don't. Riptide will take it, though. A runner 90 feet from home.
So now Boudreau can try to bring home Newfield here to cut the deficit to just 3. Ground ball right up the middle. He'll do just that. The shortstop, Kim, charges and throws to first. So Boudreau's retired, but in the back door comes Newfield, and it's 5-2.
Successful out. It's efficient from Bradley Boudreau. Nice play from Theo Kim. That was a tough play to make. He does make it for out number 1. But like you said, Sam, Noah Neufeld comes in, and the Riptide continue to chip away at this lead for the Waves.
Yeah, good job by Boudreau, understanding the situation, not trying to do too much, just taking what the pitcher Megita gives you, and works out there. Megita plays his baseball in Hawaii for Chaminade. His pitch to Fitzpatrick, chopped foul down the third base line. For Chaminade, this last season, 9 games, an 0-1 record, 19.2 innings pitched, an ERA just a hair over 10. Opponents were hitting .392 against Megita. The Riptide so far hitting .500 against the right-hander. Nothing in 1. This is down and away. Tried to find a slider into the strike zone, but unsuccessful. Fitzpatrick over at the University of Pacific was teammates with the Riptide's Grant MacArthur from last season. MacArthur was at UConn, but moved to Pacific for this season. And Fitzpatrick, ugly swing there, swings and misses 1-2.
Yeah, Grant MacArthur obviously with the Riptide last summer at first base. Fitzpatrick's looked good. He's made a couple plays at second base. He got his first hit of the summer early in this one as well.
Yeah, single to right field his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Speaking of 1 and 2, that's the count right now. And now it's 2-2. As Fisher Megita's fastball sails a little bit high.
You were just talking about Megita's numbers this past season. The walks, obviously a number that was just too high. That's something he's got to work on.
Yeah, 10 walks to 8 strikeouts in the 19 2/3 innings. 2-2. That one just misses the strike zone. In the 5th inning, we saw back-to-back Riptide hitters, Woodson and Sable, get called out on strikes. So a bold take from Fitzpatrick, but he gets the call from Keith Gibbs behind the plate, and the count goes full. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball makes Fitzpatrick whiff, and that is a first strikeout for Fisher Megita in this ballgame, 5th from San Diego pitching so far today. So 2 down, base is empty, as the Riptide still trail 5-2.
Good heater from Megita there. Fitzpatrick strikes out. It's the first of the day for Megita, the 5th overall for the Waves.
Tomas Cernius has one of those 5 strikeouts. He also popped out to shortstop his last time up. Cernius trying to get something going here and create a 2-out rally. Swings and misses at a pitch down and in. 0-1. Cernius out of Princeton, where he had a big year. Went 2 for 3 in his last game against the Bombers. 0-1. That one just misses the strike zone. So a 1-1 count. Yeah, 1-1 the count here. As Megita toes the rubber. Tries to put an end to this 6th inning. That one's laced towards center field. May races to his right and makes the catch. A hard hit ball from Cernius, but an out nonetheless. Riptide do chip away, but it's still 5-2 San Diego, going to the 7th. Welcome back to the Great Park. Riptide trailing in this one 5-2. The new pitcher for Orange County is Luke Cesares. The right-hander out of Los Angeles Valley Community College is committed to Pepperdine. He'll face off against the 5, 6, 7 hitters in this Waves lineup. Get a pinch hitter, Sam Tucci, entering the ball game for the Waves. Tucci takes one up and away. So Tucci is replacing Arusevic, who in this ball game had already had a double and a run. Also had reached on a hit by pitch earlier. So now Tucci into the game. Just like Arusevic, he's an outfielder as he takes a strike. Count even at 1-1. So Certainly can slot in right field where Arusevic has been playing. We'll keep an eye on that in the bottom of this frame. The 1-1 misses down.
And Tucci was playing nearby at Irvine Valley College. He was a two-way guy there, but he played in right field on Thursday, and he's in the game for the right fielder Arusevic.
Takes a strike on the outer half. Count even at 2-2. Against the Saints last game for Tucci. That was on Friday. He went 1 for 5, drove in a run, did strike out twice. He's just getting his summer going here with San Diego. Cesares the 2-2. Chopped foul to the netting in front of the Riptide dugout. Riptide bat boy does a great job to retrieve that one. He was out there taking penalty kicks against Omaha as well pre-game. Just such a nice kid, hard worker. He's a youngster, probably about the age of 8 years old. 2-2 here for Cesares. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch, the off speed from Cesares, and Tucci sent right back to the dugout.
It's a good start to his outing for Caceres. Something that we're going to keep an eye out for is the walks. He kind of struggled against the Bombers on opening day. 3 walks, that was a big issue for him. Good start, though, with that strikeout to Tucci.
And we saw in that 4-run 4th inning for San Diego how costly free passes can be. So now Caceres deals with another pinch hitter here. The newly inserted hitter is, give us a moment here. We'll get to that to you momentarily. It's Colby Kiesling who's entered the game. So Colby Kiesling from Montana State University. Taken over here. Kiesling was listed as a right-handed pitcher. There really is not a ton available on him, as it's a 3-1 count for the big left-handed hitter. He went to Sage Creek High School. He was with the North County United at some point last season, a team that came here to the Great Park. So now a 2-1 count. Apologies. Now it's 3-1. So Kiesling takes one up and away.
Some changes here from Rusty Huber, the manager of the San Diego Waves. First at bat of the summer.
Swing and a miss. Big swing for Kiesling, but the count goes full. 3-2.
A huge swing from Kiesling, almost stumbled out of the batter's box.
So Nielsen's day is done, and he had been 3 for 3. So we'll see if the Riptide can take advantage of getting him out of the ball game. Another swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Caceres. There's 2 down with the bases empty.
Way to sail that one in for Caceres, and Nielsen, or rather Kiesling, waves and misses. It's back-to-back Ks to begin his outing for Caceres.
So now Mikey Valvidia up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in this game. Did walk and score in that 4-run 4th inning, but also struck out and popped out. Swing and a miss there. 0-1. Caceres was the best that we've seen him look so far this summer with Orange County. He's looked confident and in control, which certainly is not something that could be said about his first outing. He's quickly ahead 0-2.
He got 2 outs quickly in his first outing against the Bombers on Tuesday night, but he struggled to find that 3rd out and never ended up doing so.
0-2. Just misses the outside half. Close to ending the frame right there, but instead it's a 1-2 count. If you're Luke right now on the mound, just trying to put up a quick 0, get the bats right back up for the Riptide. They've scored each of their last 2 times at the plate. So you're continuing to try and chip away at this now 3-run lead for San Diego. Swing and a miss. Luke Caceres strikes out the side. He gets Tucci, Kiesling, and Valdivia. The Riptide are trailing 5-2. It's time to stretch here in Irvine. back in Irvine. Sam Evans alongside Aiden Pham. Orange County trails 5-2. Slater Nunez gets hit by the first pitch from Michael Carlin. So the Riptide have the lead man on for the third straight inning. Each of the first two times with Dolan and Newfield, they've come around to score. It'll be Dolan coming to the plate right here. So Orange County looks to continue that trend. The defensive replacements for the San Diego Waves. Colby Kiesling's taken over at first base after pinch hitting for Andreas Nielsen, and Sam Tucci over there in right field. Owen Baxter's behind the dish. He's been there for 2 innings now, but just in case you forgot, he's behind the dish as well. So now the Riptide lineup flips over. Alex Dolan batting from the left side against the righty Carlin takes a strike, 0-1.
To your last point, the Riptide have continued to eat away at this lead for the Waves. A chance with the guy on to continue to do so.
Michael Carlin from Menlo College had a 13.15 ERA in 13 games for them this season. Throws a pitch down, count 1-1. So a 1-1 count here for Alex Dolan. It's Michael Carlin, who previously pitched for Cerro Coso Community College as well before his time with Menlo. Just about ready to deliver the 1-1. Misses down and away. 2-1 count for Dolan.
12 walks to 6 strikeouts at Menlo this past season for Carlin. He allowed opposing batters to hit .415.
Well, the Riptide have to do their damage late in the game against the bullpen. As Carlin checks over towards first. Nunez slides back safely. Does not have a stolen base attempt so far this summer. 2-1 count for Dolan. Batting as a lefty for the first time today. He fists one just over the head of Valdivia and into left field. Orange County's got 2 men on. Tying run coming to the plate with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Riptide trying to come back in this ball game.
Nicely done by Alex Dolan, his second hit. In back-to-back at-bats, he pokes it over the head of Valdivia over there. Too high over his head to make the catch, and Riptide look to be in business with no outs and 2 runners on.
Exactly who you want up. Justin Tiller, the big power bat. 2-3-4. Tiller, Woodson, and Sable coming up here. The heart of the Riptide order, all lefties too against the righty Carlin. First pitch to Tiller. Swing and a miss. Tiller was trying to tie that ball game with one swing of the bat, but instead he's behind 0-1.
He's definitely got the power to do that.
Gotta take a good approach right here. Just keep the line moving if you're Justin Tiller. 0-1 up and away. Count evens up at 1 apiece. So far today, 0 for 2. Tiller did walk in the third, was left on first. Besides that, a ground out and a pop out for the power hitting first baseman. 1-1. Carlin looks towards the runner at second, Nunez, but throws home, misses down and in. And the runners are now caught in a pickle. Nunez thought about advancing. Nunez is back safely, but now the runner at first, Dolan, in a pickle. Throw back towards first. Dolan's in the rundown. No one's covering first. Dolan gets out of it safely. The Riptide chaotically hang on to their runners at first and second. That pitch down in the dirt, so it's a 2-1 count. Got away from the catcher, Owen Baxter, a little bit. Slater Nunez probably got about 30 feet towards third base, then decided he had to retreat back towards second. At that point, Alex Dolan was already on second, but Dolan does a good job of getting out of the rundown, and the pitcher, Carlin, was not covering first base, and Orange County's got a second lease on life here in the 7th inning. Justin Tiller needs to make that hurt right about right now. 2-1. Way outside, 3-1. I mean, Aiden, you don't see those very often.
I think it's safe to say the Riptide caught a break, and how many times have we seen the Waves shoot themselves in the foot and the Riptide gladly taking it? That another example.
I mean, the Riptide's 2 runs have pretty much only come from Waves mistakes so far. So a 3-1 count to Tiller. In there for a strike, 3-2. The run in the 5th inning, Alex Dolan, a bunt single, stole second, came all the way around from second on a wild pitch, and then an inning ago, Noah Newfield, on a wild pitch and a balk, moved his way from first to third, comes around to score on a ground out. Really, I mean, the Riptide would not be anywhere in this game without those Waves mistakes. Hard hit ball from Tiller into right field past the diving Kiesling. Mayu is waving Nunez around. Going over to third is Dolan. Justin Tiller with a big RBI single, and it's 5-3. The Riptide continue to claw back in this ballgame.
One run at a time, the Riptide have been eating away at that deficit. You talked about how with runners on, nobody else you want up than Justin Tiller. He shows you exactly why there. Beautiful piece of hitting from Tiller, and the Riptide make it a 2-run ball game.
Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Orange County now trails just 5-3. Zach Woodson the go-ahead run at the plate. Alex Dolan's 90 feet away on third. Justin Tiller on first. The corners of the infield come in here for San Diego. First pitch to Woodson. Outside, ball 1-0. Tiller does have some speed. He's already stolen a base this summer. So the Riptide potentially could try to get him into scoring position. We've seen them be aggressive on the base pass throughout this ballgame. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1.
You're exactly right, Sam. They have been aggressive. 9 steals in the first 3 games. The Riptide not afraid to run at all, and you got a guy on first in Justin Tiller who's got a little bit of speed on him.
1-1. Carlin has really struggled since entering this game. Pitch misses down 2-1. Not just as he allowed the first 3 batters that he's faced to reach, one by a hit by pitch and then back-to-back singles. Also failed to cover first base. That's his assignment. That's why the Riptide were able to escape that rundown. So really shooting himself in the foot in multiple ways here. 2-1. That one catches the bottom of the zone. Count even at 2-2. Carlin looks for what's been an elusive first out. There is action in the San Diego bullpen. So they attempt to protect what was once a 5-0, now a 5-3 lead. 2-2. Way outside. The catcher Baxter has to come out of his crouch. And again, it's a 3-2 count.
Zach Woodson is the walk machine here. He's got a 3-2 count once again. See what he does.
Certainly has been patient. We'll see if he continues to be patient or if he tries to get aggressive for the Riptide right here. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased one down in the dirt. And that is a huge first out of the frame for Michael Carlin, pardon me.
Exactly right. Huge strikeout. Woodson strikes out for the 2nd time today. That's the first out of the inning. Still a lot of work to do for Carlin, though. Runners on the corners, and you got Jarrett Sable stepping up, and it feels like he's due.
Sable is 0 for 3 today. He struck out each of his last 2 times up. Be a big time for the lefty to come through. Lease would like to get home the runner on third. Dolan picked over to first. Tiller back end standing. You can cut this to a 1-run game at the bottom of the 7th. It certainly is good progress for Orange County. So still awaiting the first pitch of this at-bat with Sable. Carlin threw over to first. First pitch home, swing and a miss. Tiller with a delayed steal. Gets in there safely. The Waves did not want to try and risk allowing Alex Dolan to come home from third. And so the delayed steal works out. Now the tying run in scoring position. Could have been a pretty close play over there at second base, but Theo Kim cut off the throw. Looked towards third. Dolan was not running. Pitch was a strike, 0-1. So now Tiller on second, Dolan on third. The 0-1 misses down and away. Count evens up at 1 apiece.
Riptide 1 for 6 today with runners in scoring position, but Jarrett Sable has got a chance here to either tie or give the Riptide another run on the board.
That first hit came a couple batters ago with Justin Tiller. You'd love a second one right here. Big swing to right field. Tucci goes back. It is over the wall, and the Riptide have taken a 6-5 lead. Jarrett Sable goes out of the yard to right field. Sam Tucci was watching it fly, and it got all the way out of here. And the Riptide have come all the way back from down 5-0. They lead 6-5. What a swing from Jarrett Sable. You said he was due. He was more than due.
He was. He drilled that baseball. It just kept going, and all Tucci could do was watch it fly over the wall. And we were talking about cashing some runs in, but Jarrett Sable does more than that. He's tied this game, or rather given the Riptide the lead after a tough start.
Orange County trailed 5-0. It felt like they were nowhere in this ball game. And now they have taken a 6-5 lead. Pitch from Carlin's a strike as Noah Newfield attempts to keep the rally going and extend this newfound lead.
Yeah, first home run of the season for the Riptide, and that just had the entire dugout exploding.
Newfield pops this one up. The second baseman, Yucatil, moves out onto the outfield grass, but it's the right fielder, Tucci, who comes in to make the catch. So 2 down, base is empty. But just going back to that homer from Sable, I mean, what a time for the first home run of the season. You don't want to use it on a solo shot early in the ball game. How about a 3-run shot when you're down 2 in the 7th? That's big time right there.
Great piece of hitting from the redshirt freshman from USC. We've seen him send the ball over the wall here once. That was when he was a high schooler in the All-Star game. He does it for the first time as a collegiate player, and it comes up big for the Riptide.
He was the All-Star Game MVP in the North-South All-Star Game here just over a year ago. He can certainly look forward to potentially being the MVP tonight if the Riptide can hold on to this 6-5 lead. Bradley Bedreau takes ball 1 down and away.
For the Riptide, it's all about adding on, right? It's just a one-run ball game. We've seen the bats for the Waves wake up at times here today, looking for some insurance.
1-0 on Bedreau, whose weekly hit chopper goes towards the first baseman Kiesling. He has to throw to the pitcher Carlin covering, who finds the bag. So the inning ends, but not before the Riptide score 4 times, 3 of them on the Jarrett Sable 3-run shot. They lead this game 6-5 going to the 8th. Back in Irvine, the Riptide lead this one for the first time all day, 6-5. Julian Hines inserted into the ball game for Orange County to try and protect the lead. He'll face off against the pinch hitter Evan Schick, who's taking over for Kobe Hatcher here. As the Waves, who have been leading really comfortably for the entire game, have to try and rally. First pitch from Hines is a strike. It was not a good outing for Hines on opening day. He threw a third of an inning, 2 hits, a run, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Trying to bounce back here. The Riptide within 3 outs of winning this game. 0-1. One sent right up the middle, and the second baseman Fitzpatrick dropped the line drive. That'll allow the pinch hitter Schick to reach, and that is a backbreaker of an error.
Yeah, so much momentum for the Riptide heading into this inning, right? You got the home run from Jarrett Sable. You got the first lead of the game for Orange County, but just an unfortunate play there. Fitzpatrick can't handle that line drive. It's the first error of the game against Orange County. And see how the Waves can take advantage.
So now the runner on first, Schick, with Anderson at the plate. Hines misses inside 1-0. If you're Julian Hines, you got to do everything you can just to flush that one. You hit a good pitch, got a good outcome, and your defense did not make the play behind you. But they've been steady all game. Except to roll up a double play ball right here. Get that out right back. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Anderson waves, nearly falls over as he staggers back towards his batter's box.
Right, 1 is 1, right? You can't let one mistake turn into 2. It's in the past. Now you just got to focus on one batter at a time, and now the focus on Anderson for Hines.
That is exactly what the Waves did. They let mistakes spiral an inning and go. Turned into 4 runs for Orange County in the lead. 1-1. That one's chopped towards first, out of the reach of Tiller and into right field. The runner Schick will be held at second, but the Waves answering back. And an inning after they gave up the lead, they've got 2 base hits in a row, and they're threatening to score again.
It's a good response to start the inning for the Waves. You take advantage of the miscue over at second base. Anderson gets the hit. And now you got the top of the order coming up for the Waves, a part of the lineup that's had success today against Orange County.
So now the top of the order, as you said, John Yucatil comes to the plate with 2 on, nobody out. He's already got a big 2 RBI double today. 2 RBI single, pardon me. First pitch to Yucatil in the strike zone, 0-1. Alongside that RBI single, Yucatil's come around to score a run. He's walked and flown out twice, so 1 for 3. But he would love nothing more than to have an RBI right here and retie this game at 6 apiece. Hines gets the sign from the catcher Newfield. 0-1. Misses, down and away. Count evens up at 1-1. Looks like Sam Petrocelli warming for Orange County in the bullpen. If Hines has some trouble, they may call on Petrocelli to make his Riptide debut. Try to get them a little closer to winning this game. The 1-1, that one looks like it got a piece of the bat of Yucatil. So it missed inside, but since it got a piece of the bat, it's a foul ball, and it's a 1-2 count. Bit of a break there for Julian Hines. Trying to make it count right here.
Yeah, looking for his first strikeout. He didn't record one in his first appearance this summer, back on Tuesday.
That one's lined into right field. It'll get in for a base hit. That one will roll towards the right fielder, Cernius. The bases are loaded with nobody out after Yucatil gets the single. Exactly what you did not want to happen if you were Orange County.
Yeah, back-to-back singles for the Waves. Everybody goes from station to station. The bases are juiced, and no outs for Theo Kim, who hit a bomb against the Saints on Thursday. He's a good hitter from UC Irvine.
Very solid hitter. He's got a 2 RBI double in this ball game back in the 4th. And he's trying to give San Diego the lead once again. Hines throws home. That one on the outer half for a strike, 0-1.
Just got to slow things down here for Julian Hines. It's obviously frustrating, that error, and now you got the bases loaded. Focus on one pitch at a time and do it here against Theo Kim.
0-1. That one's golfed over the Riptide bullpen and out of play. So it's 0-2. If you're Hines, you would love to strike out Kim right here. He has already struck out in this ball game. Get a strikeout right here. You're one pitch away from getting out of this inning. 0-2. That one's chopped towards first. It'll twist foul before Tiller has a play on it. He was planning on coming home to try and nab Schick, but instead everybody will go back towards their bases. We'll stay here on 0-2.
Stop Tiller over there and foul ball, so we'll redo things.
This is the heart of the Waves order. This feels like the surge of the Waves that the Riptide have to try and withstand. You can come out of this inning at least tied. That's probably a victory. 0-2. Just a hair high. Hines does not get the call. 1-2.
That pitch didn't miss by much. Instead, it's a ball, and it's a 1-2 count.
So Yucatil on first, Anderson on second, Schick on third. Nobody out in the top of the eighth. The Riptide trying to protect the new lead that they just picked up, but Hines misses the strike zone 2-2. Orange County trailed 5-0. They scored 6 times in 3 innings to come all the way back and take the lead, but now they're facing the pressure of blowing that lead right away. 2-2. That one sent towards center field. Dolan moves over. Should be deep enough to score Schick. Center fielder Dolan does make the catch on the run, but Schick comes in to score. So we are tied up at 6. Still have Yucatil on first, Anderson on second. Nice job by Dolan to make sure there was no additional advance for the runners.
Really good play from Dolan out there in center field. He was racing to his right. It was far out of his reach, but he lays the glove out, makes the catch. Just one run comes across on the tag, and for Orange County, I think you'd be happy with just giving up 1 run here.
Yeah, if you can get a ground ball, potentially try and turn 2 if you're Julian Hines. Jacob May at the plate. Got 2 singles today. He's 2 for 4. That one on the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Alongside those pair of singles, Hines flew out and popped out. Both of those would play here, but you'd love to generate the ground ball if you're Julian Hines. 0-1. That one finds the outside part of the dish, 0-2.
For the second batter in a row, he's got ahead in the count, 0-2. Looks for the finish.
This is the heart of San Diego's order. Kim, the 2-hitter, with the sac fly to tie the game. Now May, hitting out of the 3-hole, trying to give San Diego the lead. 0-2. Up and away, 1-2. Nice pitch there from Hines. Couldn't quite find the zone, but no reason to give May something to hit when you're ahead 0-2 in the count.
For May here, your job is to just keep the line moving. You've got a lot of momentum already in this inning. You want to regain the lead.
1-2. That one sent towards center field. Dolan charging in. He'll make the catch. Nice play there from Alex Dolan, who stopped for a second on contact, then realized he had to charge towards that baseball, able to make the play. And again, no advance for either runner on that line drive. So just 1 out away from getting out of this inning. If you can get out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam with just the 1 run, that's a very successful work from Julian Hines.
Yeah, that's successful for sure. 1 run come across. Just want to limit it to that. Keep it tied at 6-6. Get your bats back up.
Baxter at the plate. The pinch hitter entered the game a frame ago and struck out. Takes a ball outside here, 1-0. That's how costly that error from Fitzpatrick is on the line drive. Could have gotten out of this inning, still in the lead. Instead, you're already tied. And potentially San Diego's going to take the lead if Baxter can find outfield grass. 1-0 misses down and away. 2-0. So far this season, Baxter is 0-3. He is yet to put a ball in play. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks in the CCL. But he's up in the count 2-0. This one's popped up. Should be playable. The third baseman, Bedreau, makes the catch, and the Riptide are out of the jam. We are tied at 6. It has been an exciting one. Stick around. The bottom of the 8th coming up here on Riptide TV. Welcome back. It is the bottom of the 8th. We are tied at 6 in what has been a roller coaster night here at the block party night. It has certainly been a party here for the Riptide. They trailed 5-0. They led 6-5. We are now back tied at 6 after San Diego squandered an opportunity to take the lead but did tie the game. Their new pitcher, Nolan Moore from the Puget Sound Loggers, had a 3.6 ERA in 7 innings. His first pitch sent down the line by Bedreau. This is going to be extra bases for Bradley Bedreau, and he is into scoring position with a double down the left field line, and that is exactly how Bradley Bedreau and the Riptide wanted to start off this 8th inning.
Have yourself a night, Bradley Boudreau. His second double of the ball game absolutely smokes that baseball. It rattles in the corner. The Riptide, a leadoff double here in the 8th, just when they're looking to regain the lead.
So coming to the plate here for the Riptide is Tomas Cernius. I'm not really sure why, because Bedreau was batting 6th and he just doubled. And Fitzpatrick's in the 7th spot. But it is Cernius at the plate. So Tomas Cernius at the dish.
Yeah, I was mistaken there. That wasn't Boudreau who had the double. It was Fitzpatrick due up to start the inning for the Riptide. So nonetheless, it's a runner in scoring position. Here's Cernius.
So Tomas Cernius, the 1-0 count. Fitzpatrick on second. Cernius laces one that just trickles foul down the first base line. So a 1-1 count. This is a critical opportunity for the Riptide to try and retake the lead. Sam Porticelli is up in the bullpen. He will come into this ball game. Question is, will he be coming in to try and keep this game tied or to protect the lead? 1-1. Outside. 2-1 to Cernius. Cernius is 0 for 3 in this game. Hit the ball hard his last time up the line drive to center. Also a strikeout and a pop-up. So Fitzpatrick with good speed on second. The 2-1. Just outside 3-1. A hitter's count for Tomas Cernius. Certainly capable of doing damage. Drove in 24 runs for the Princeton Tigers as a true freshman. He is trying to drive in another run here for the Riptide. He had 2 in his last game. Love to make it 3 here today. That one sent up the middle. It's to the shortstop, Kim. The throw to first, just in time. The first baseman, Kiesling, able to stay on the bag. But critically, despite the fact that that ball was hit to his right, Fitzpatrick was able to advance. So now the Riptide have the go-ahead run just 90 feet away.
It's a productive out for Cernius to advance the base runner to third. Theo Kim sends it high. Kiesling hauls it in. Here's Nunez.
Infield in all the way around. The Waves do not want to allow a go-ahead run right here, and they're going to do everything they can to make it as difficult as possible for Nunez, who swings and fouls one straight back 0-1. Nunez was hit by a pitch and came around to score the first of 4 runs an inning ago. He also came up and popped out with the bases loaded in the 4th. He can come through right here and be the hero for Orange County. Moore gets his sign. 0-1 on Slater Nunez. Nunez laces one that'll get down into left center field. Orange County leads this game 7-6. And the roller coaster ride continues. Slater Nunez, he was hit by a pitch in the head and knocked out of the game on opening night. 6 days later, he's delivered to give the Riptide the lead in the 8th.
Comes up huge for Orange County. Exactly what you wanted out of him. Sends it into that left center gap. It drops, and the go-ahead run comes in. The Riptide have a 7-6 lead.
The Riptide inning not over yet. Got the runner on first, Nunez, top of the order up, just 1 down. You'd love to extend that advantage. First pitch to Dolan misses inside, 1-0. We've already seen the Riptide blow a lead in this game. It was 6-5, and then it was 6-6 just an inning ago. So Orange County would love to make it a little bit easier as they try to close this one out. Pick back towards first. Nunez able to slide in safely. Just dirties up his uniform a little bit, but he's got an off day tomorrow to clean it off. He's focused on trying to extend the Riptide lead right here. Alex Dolan readies. Swing and a miss. Dolan so far today has had a big day. He has singled twice, scored both times. It's a 1-1 count for him here. Nunez on first has good speed. 1-1. Check swing did not offer. 2-1 count. Nice take there from Dolan on a pitch down and away. It's a difficult one to do damage on. You can get a pitch that leaks a little more in, though, with the off speed. That's the kind of thing that Alex Dolan's left-handed swing can drop into right field. 2-1. Slapped foul into the Riptide dugout. Count even at 2 apiece.
Riptide would love to have Dolan on here because you got Justin Tiller in the on-deck circle. Feels like you're going to want to extend this lead as much as possible because of how the Waves have been able to get runners on today.
Game has just been so back and forth. The question is, in which direction will the next twist turn? The 2-2 misses up and away, so a full count for Alex Dolan. Slater Nunez on first. So far this season, Nunez does not have a stolen base. He did go 5 for 8 with the El Camino Community College Warriors. 3-2. Outside ball 4. Alex Dolan keeps the line moving with a walk. And the Riptide have another runner in scoring position. First and second for Justin Tiller, who already came up clutch an inning ago. And that'll prompt a visit to the mound here for San Diego.
It's just another great at-bat for Orange County. The walk from Alex Dolan, 2 runners on. You got Tiller up. Just the resiliency tonight from the Riptide, Sam. You trail 5-0. It's easy to become phased and let the game get out of hand, but the Riptide slowly chipped away at the lead. They broke out for 4 runs in the 7th. They take the lead, and then San Diego answers, and the Riptide unfazed. They answer right back.
Far and away the most resilient and back-and-forth game that we have seen all summer long from Orange County. Just 4 games into this young season, the Riptide started out with back-to-back wins at home against the Bombers and dropped one on the road yesterday against the Oaks. And it looked like they were going to drop one to the San Diego Waves, an affiliate team, teams that you have to make sure you take care of business against. But they now find themselves back in the driver's seat again. This one is far from over. Justin Tiller tries to add on to the Riptide's 7-6 lead. Dolan on first, Nunez on second. More after some words back in this game. This is outside 1-0. Justin Tiller had an RBI single at the time, made it 5-3 for the Waves. Came around to score on the Sable home run. 1-0, runners go. Pitch is a ball. Both runners successfully steal. A great jump from Slater Nunez over there on second. Alex Dolan just followed his cue. And now the Riptide are a base hit away from being up 3 runs in this game. San Diego is going to bring the infield in again.
We talked about how aggressive Orange County is on the base paths. They show you why right there. Second and third, the Riptide have the runners.
All it takes is a hard hit ball now. The infield in for San Diego. Check swing. It's in the strike zone. Count even at 1-1. Pardon me, count at 2-1. So Justin Tiller's already come up big once for San Diego for Orange County. He's trying to do it again right here. That one misses outside, a 3-1 count. You do have first base open. So a good spot to put Tiller potentially. Would put the double play in order, fourth at any base if you're San Diego. We'll see if Moore wants to pitch to him right here. 3-1. That one's popped up. The third baseman Valdivian and the catcher Baxter both give it a glance, but it'll get into the seats. So now a 3-2 count for Justin Tiller.
Second batter in a row that Carlin's had a full count against. This be a huge out if he can get it against Justin Tiller.
Tiller, if he can just get at least the ball to the outfield, probably bring home a run with the speed of Nunez on third. That would be a big insurance run indeed. 3-2. That one sent to the outfield. It'll be at least a run, potentially more. The center fielder is able to make the catch as May goes into full sprint to make the play in right center. But Slater Nunez comes around to score. Dolan moves to third, and job done for Justin Tiller. 8-6 Riptide.
Talk about fundamentals, right? Getting the job done when you're asked. Justin Tiller gets one run in for the Riptide. They extend that lead. Just nicely done by the Riptide tonight.
So now Zach Woodson, 2 outs. The runner on third, Dolan, still there as the Riptide look to get a little more comfortable here. Still a 2-run lead, but you'd love to make it 3 if you're Zach Woodson. The lefty swings at the first pitch, just taps it off the end of the bat. It'll trickle foul. 0-1. Woodson today is hitless. Did walk back in the first. Since then, a ground out and a couple of strikeouts. One looking, one swinging. Behind 0-1. More of the pitch. Check swing, misses down. So count even at 1-1. Nolan Moore from Puget Sound struggled a little bit with control. Walked 5 guys in 7 1/3 innings. Just the one walk to Dolan in this frame. So that one misses up and away, 2-1. The Riptide have done the damage with their bats. They have scored 6 runs in the last 2 innings. They have scored in each of the last 4 frames. And again, from down 5-0 to up 8-6. Just a valiant effort. What great fight from this Riptide team. Chopped foul into the Waves dugout. So 2-2 the count now for Zach Woodson.
We saw it yesterday when the Riptide were down against the Oaks. They put together a valiant effort down the line. They fell short yesterday, but tonight they have a chance to head into the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
2-2. Check swing. It is a ball down in the dirt. So a full count for Woodson. Jarrett Sable, who is the hero of tonight, waits on deck for Orange County. That 3-run home run to right field gave the Riptide a 6-5 lead. 3-2 as Woodson tries to get it to Sable. Swing and a miss. He strikes out, but the Riptide, the damage is done. They lead 8-6. It's closing time. Sam Petrocelli is going to make his Riptide debut. This Orange County tries to put away San Diego. It's closing time here in Irvine. Sam Petrocelli from Duke had a 5 1/3 innings, a 6.75 ERA for the Blue Devils, but he's trying to put up a 0 right here for Orange County, who leads this game 8-6. Aiden, Petrocelli comes into this ball game. What do you have to do to put away the middle of this Waves lineup right here?
Yeah, obviously his first outing, it's one out at a time. The Riptide are going to look to get those outs 1, 2, 3, but Petrocelli gets his first appearance on the mound of the summer for the Riptide.
As part of the order, Tucci, Kiesling, and Valdivia all came up in the 7th, and they were all struck out by Luke Casares. The Riptide at that time were trailing 5-2. They have since rallied to take an 8-6 lead. And now Petrocelli tries to slam the door. First pitch here finds the strike zone. So quickly ahead of Sam Tucci, 0-1. Petrocelli did not record a save this season with the Blue Devils. 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1 count.
This is a Waves lineup that can't be overlooked. We've seen how well they've done all day. 10 hits on the board.
The 1-1 skips in, so a 2-1 count. This Waves team scored 12 against Arroyo Seco 2 days ago, as they picked up a win. So the Waves undefeated so far this year. It's the 2-1 slapped foul and out of play, 2-2. Orange County looking to get to 3-1 this season right here.
Be a big win that the Riptide can build on, especially because of how this game started.
8-6 right now. The 2-2. Chopped down the line towards first. Tiller makes the play. He'll step on the bag himself for out number 1. 2 outs away.
Nice work from Tiller. Gets the out himself at first base. The Waves are down to their last 2 outs.
Now it's Colby Kiesling. Struck out swinging an inning ago off the bench. This is a little bit similar to that Riptide win over the Academy Barons last year in comeback walk-off fashion on Father's Day. As the pitch misses inside 1-0. The Riptide trailed 5-0 in that ball game, came all the way back to win 6-5 on a Bradley Navarro walk-off single. The offense came a little bit earlier here. Orange County hoping they won't even need the bottom of the 9th here at the Great Park. Petrocelli adjusts his shoelace, but he's back on the mound now, ready to work behind 1-0 in the count to Kiesling. Now 1-1 after that strike from Petrocelli. It's an interesting decision. Andreas Nilsson was 3 for 3. He was taken out of the game in favor of Kiesling. It's a 2-1 count. The manager for this San Diego team, Rusty Huber, chose to give Kiesling the opportunity. 2-1. That one misses inside 3-1. Kiesling doing everything he can just to try and bring the tying run to the plate.
And Nilsson had the first hit of the game for the Waves in this one. He was 3 for 3, like you said, but the change made.
That one fouled back out of play. Kiesling now at 3-2. He was ahead 3-1 in his first at bat. Then a couple of swings and misses meant that it was a strikeout instead. He'll try and avoid it right here. Petrocelli, the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4, and San Diego will bring the tying run to the plate with 1 down in the top of the 9th.
It's Valdivia who's 0 for 3 today. He does have a run scored that was on a walk, or rather he's going to be pinch hit for.
So new hitter inserted into the game. The pinch hitter won't turn around, so we can't see his number, unfortunately. Takes ball 1. It's Caleb Wagner, the left-handed hitting outfielder, who comes into this ball game. So Valdivia is lifted. Wagner from Menifee hit .284 last season for them. Up 1-0 in the count. That one's hit towards second. Could be 2. On to short for 1. Back to first in time. And the Riptide come back from down 5-0. They win it 8-6 on a 4-6-3 DP. Sam Petrocelli gets the save in his Riptide debut. And that is about as good as they get, Aiden.
What a game. Probably the best game we've had all summer long. It's early, but the Riptide trail 5-0. The resiliency of this team to just face adversity, and they get the win 8-6.
That is a big-time win for Orange County. They've won 3 of their first 4. A big improvement on last year where they started 0-3. It took to these Waves in game number 4 of the season, just like this year, to get their first win. But the Riptide are going to rally back and steal one here at the Great Park. They'll be off tomorrow before heading up to Arroyo Seco to take on the Saints on Tuesday. That'll be on Riptide Radio since it's a road game. Tune in for Colin Costigan and Avi Singh on Riptide Radio on Mixlr. Aiden, I don't even have to ask. Is Jarrett Sable your player of the game?
It's got to be Jarrett Sabo. That home run, the 3-run blast, felt like it gave the Riptide just all the momentum in the road. You could see the eruption from the dugout after Sabo sent it out of the ballpark, and it ends up almost being the difference maker in this one. Jarrett Sabo came up huge for the Riptide when they needed him.
He was absolutely massive. His first magical moment for the Riptide this summer. Orange County rallies to win 8-6. We'll be off tomorrow before the road game against Arroyo Seco on Tuesday. The next time we'll be here on Riptide TV is on Wednesday when the Riptide host the Bombers. Thank you for bearing with us through our technical difficulties and challenges tonight. We hope to be better for you when we back on Wednesday. Hopefully the Riptide win makes it all worth it. For my partner Aiden Pham, I'm Sam Evans. Thank you for listening. Good night.